Hey, what's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video here on this channel where we talk about day trading futures. Today's video, we're going to be going over the trade I took this morning on live stream. If you didn't know, we trade live every single morning starting at market open, so definitely come hang out there. It's a great time. All trades are shown real time, so you don't have to watch this recap. So today's video, we're going over the micro trade we took for about 110 points to the upside on the NASDAQ. So massive trade. It played perfectly, and I'm just going to go through what I was seeing that made me get into the trade and then what I was seeing that made me get out of the trade. So let's get into it. So here on the 5-minute chart, you could see this was where we opened right here. You can see that we bounced several times in the exact same spot, which happened to be Friday's value area high. So you can see here we were rejecting, and then this resistance turned into support right here. It also was Thursday's point of control, so decent level from a volume profile perspective to get long. I saw that we were holding this, we weren't dipping below, so I got long as soon as I could on the day. Again, I was trading micros. So here you can see I took one entry at volume at 17, and then I added one contract at VWAP. Now I took about $60 worth of drawdown on this trade. So it was $60 of drawdown right when I first got into it, and then it just ripped straight up, and we were able to go into a risk management perspective. The target for me was 430, and this target is a very aggressive target, but I was looking at the value area rotation from Thursday. Since we held this and the point of control, Wednesday and Thursday's value area highs were both at 11,430, so decent spot in my opinion. Now, I knew a couple of things going into this trade. First off, when I got long, I knew that we needed to crack the overnight high, which is here at 66. If we could crack 66, I knew we were going to go test 40, that 30 to 50 range, so basically 40 right here, which is Thursday's swing high. If we broke this, then we would rotate up to 430. So the way that I'm thinking about it is, okay, what's the next level that I'm interested in? What happens if we hit that? Where does it go? What are the probabilities, right? So for me, we broke through the overnight high pretty easily. So that just means to me we have a direct shot to 340, which we did. Again, if you look at this, you can see we pretty much shot up very quickly up to 340. And then we started consolidating at 340, which was expected, right? I expected us to consolidate at 340. I wanted to see us break higher, but I knew that if we're going to pull back, if we're going to consolidate, I'm not going to get out of the trade until I see a lot of sellers coming through. The reason for this is when you're in a micro trade, which is already low risk, right? And you bought the bottom of the day, why not let your trade breathe out a little bit? Sure, I left 20 points on the table I even called out the high of day during stream. I was like, it's gonna, like 1140 is very interesting. 340 is a very interesting level. I held through this pullback, and then I saw that we rejected value area high. We pushed down, rolled over for a lower high here, and then a lot of sellers came through. So I actually exited right there. I left some points on the table, but that's just trading. You're always going to leave points on the table. You're always going to leave points to the upside on the table. If I held this and I kept going, I would have said, man, I should have taken my points off up here, right? There's always going to be points on the table one way or the other. Now, when I got out of this trade, I saw a lot of selling coming through, as you can see right here. And from that point on, it just kind of looked like it was going to roll over. So I actually got short, and that short play would have worked out. I had to stop at the high of day. I just wasn't willing to stick around for it. But that short actually played out wonderfully. So the idea behind this trade is, okay, where is the risk to reward, right? We're up 2.5% at the day at this point. A lot of volume is being conducted here at 330. I know if we break 350, we're going to rotate up to that 430 range. So what if I put my stop at 350? I take a short, so I'm risking 20 points on the micros, so not that much money, and then I look for a value area rotation to the downside, which is exactly what played out. So had I been more patient, I would have never gotten stopped at 50, so that my stop wouldn't have hit, and we've actually rotated down to value area low, and now you can see we're actually testing VWAP. So pretty interesting rotations getting played out today. I'm making this video just to remind you to be looking at the volume profiles, be looking at the previous volume profiles for levels of interest to see like how we could be potentially setting up for the day. For instance, we held value area high from Friday. which means longs were favorable. So we got long and it just ripped 100 points with us, and then market structure applies as well. We failed to get past this high at 40. Therefore, we roll over down to this previous high at 60, So just thinking through those ideas on a larger scale can help you take some larger trades with micros. So micros allow you to have smaller risk. But in order to kind of make money with micros, you need to play the longer ranges. And this is one way that I do that. Obviously, on this channel, you see a lot of me scalping on the minis as well. And that's just because the risk is higher. So I want to go in and out as fast as possible. With micros, that's not the case. As always, this is my Top Step account. That's what I show here on this YouTube channel. If you're interested in Top Step, it is a program that basically gives you money to trade with if you can prove to them that you're a good trader. So it's a two-step process. After you pass that process, they give you money to trade with. They give you the margin requirement. So if you don't have $20,000 to trade, if you only have like $3,000 or something, you're probably going to blow your account. So use them, risk their money, and they give you margin. They take all the risk. If you lose, if you have losing days, they take on the losses. Again, they're believing in you by proving that you're a good process or a good trader, right? In return, you split 80-20 of the profits. So you keep 80%, they take 20. It's overall a good gig. Been doing it for a while. So if you're interested in that, you can figure out all the different account sizes. Link down below. It's the first link in the description. I use the 150K, and that link will give you 20% off applied at checkout. So that's it for this day, for the day of trading for me. 2 trades, $430. $60 was my max drawdown on the day for $430 of winning. Overall, very solid day. Again, just keep in mind volume profile rotations, volume profile on a larger scale if you're going to be trading micros for longer moves, like 100 points, right? Hope you have a great rest of the day, and I will see you next time. Peace.